Local officials responded Friday to the recent announcement by Caterpillar that it will be closing its Wamego plant in mid-2025. In an emailed statement Friday, Shanna Goodman, director of the Pottawatomie County Economic Development Corporation, noted that her office is actively collaborating with regional partners to provide resources and support for any displaced workers. She writes, quote, "While we may not solve this issue today, I have full confidence that we can turn the situation into something positive for our community." Wamego City Manager Stacy Icahn says while Caterpillar has held a huge part of the city's success, the community itself will push through the challenge.
I just, on a personal note, want to say that there are a lot of community members that are being forced to find new jobs throughout the next year. And just like the community being bigger than Caterpillar, I hope that these individuals remember as people that they're more than Caterpillar. Their identity is the person they are and not their job. This can be hard because many have given so many years to Cat.
Caterpillar employs around 400 people at its Wamego facility. Former Fort Riley Fire Chief and Pottawatomie County Emergency Management Director John Boyd died Friday at the age of 70. Boyd retired as the Fort Riley Fire Chief in 2004 after a 31-year career with the federal government, according to obituary information. He was the emergency manager in Pottawatomie County from 2003 to 2008 and was employed by the state of Kansas with the Firefighters Relief Act up until his retirement in 2014. Boyd also served as a U.S. Marine Corps soldier until his discharge in 1976. He will lie in state at 2 o'clock Wednesday at the Campanella and Stewart Funeral Home in Wamego. Graveside services will be held Thursday morning at 10:30 in the St. George Township Cemetery. You can find full obituary information online at newsradiokman.com. Riley County Police have arrested a 25-year-old Manhattan man who last month was jailed on drug offenses and for eluding police. Michael Skillern Lewis was arrested Thursday on a warrant for probation violation for a past charge of attempted residential burglary. His bond set at $50,000. Elsewhere last Thursday, RCPD arrested 40-year-old Dania Dakota on a warrant alleging past aggravated assault and attempted aggravated battery. Bond in that case was set at $10,000. Both Lewis and Dakota were in custody at the time of their arrests and remain in custody at the Riley County Jail. The 16th annual Nelson Family Foundation benefit took place this weekend in Leonardville with people raising money for local families fighting serious illnesses. Former K-State and Green Bay Packers wide receiver Jordy Nelson summarizing the weekend's activities.
This last weekend we had cornhole on Friday night. We had a driving ride and a golf tournament on Saturday morning, and then a silent and live auction Saturday night. The weekend was great. We appreciate all the support we have every single year. It's always fun to see the community come out and support us and support other families. Just fun to get together. I mean, I think sometimes people just need an excuse to get out and get together as a community and help provide for one another when needed.
This year's benefit helped area families in need, including Hazley Dow, Harold Oliver, and Riley and Kinsey Beard. Flint Hills Breadbasket has secured the location of its new building in Manhattan. The organization said in a Facebook post Friday that it has completed the purchase of the furniture warehouse buildings at 2326 Skyview Lane and 620 Rosencutter Road. That move will allow the Breadbasket to expand and continue to meet a growing need for food in the community. Steve Williams, the second-generation owner of Furniture Warehouse, told The Mercury that he and his wife have been working on a 10-year plan to move toward retirement. It began selling off the remaining inventory on June 6th. The quitting business sale will last approximately 90 days. The Breadbasket announced last month that it would be vacating its space at 905 Yuma Street after 40 years in that location. Executive Director Carla Hagemeister pointed to a growing need for food assistance, which she says more than tripled between May of 2022 and April of this year. A move-in date hasn't been announced, but that could happen as soon as this fall. Well, if you're planning some house cleaning, you may consider donating some of those unwanted, gently used items. The Food and Farm Council of Riley County and the City of Manhattan uses kitchen items to assist residents after disasters such as a house fire or just to help new residents such as military transfers. Council Coordinator Vicki James.
If you're getting new pots and pans, but the ones you have aren't bad, you just kind of want some new ones, or you've got some extra dishes, or you've downsized or whatever, you can donate those to our Food and Farm Council Kitchen Restore program. We provide those kits to 17 local social service agency partners that we have.
The Kitchen Restore program makes sure each starter kit contains the items needed to prepare, store, and eat food. Items can be dropped off at the Riley County Extension Office. A Junction City teacher will be representing USD 475 schools on the Kansas Early Childhood Recommendations Panel. According to a news release Friday, Geary County Schools revealed that the Early Childhood Program Coordinator Stephanie Waterman was recently appointed to that role by the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund. The Kansas Early Childhood Recommendations Panel plays a key role in an early childhood care and education structure, specifically state-level coordination, which seeks to ensure their systems are structured and aligned for maximum impact. Funds for the group are partially provided from the Department of Health and Human Services, Administration for Children and Families, and Every Student Succeeds Act.
K-Man's Morning News continues. Good morning. I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports. K-State baseball dropped its second game in the Charlottesville Super Regional on Saturday, 10-4 to Virginia. That ends the Batcat season, says Matt Walters.
K-State's 2024 baseball season came to a close Saturday in Charlottesville, Virginia, as the Virginia Cavaliers bested the Cats 10-4, advancing to the College World Series for a second straight year. Virginia and K-State were within earshot of one another throughout until a 5-run ninth blew things open. The Cavaliers again winning by a final of 10-4. In Saturday's game, all 10 Virginia runs scored with 2 outs, and in the 2-game Super Regional, 15 of Virginia's 17 runs came from the 5th inning on. Kyan Lotus tripled and homered on Saturday for K-State, had the only multi-hit game for KSU. The Cats were out hit 13-7, and on the mound, Jackson Wentworth suffered the loss for K-State. The Wildcats finish up the year 35-26, advancing to its second ever Super Regional round. Again, the final from Charlottesville, Virginia 10, K-State 4. I'm Matt Walters, News Radio, KMAN.
All but one slot in next week's College World Series has been claimed, with Virginia taking one. Florida, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Kentucky, North Carolina, and Florida State are all through. Georgia and NC State will play today for the final berth. Julio Rodriguez hit a tie-breaking single in the 10th. Cal Raleigh added a 2-run single, and the Mariners held off the Royals 6-5 yesterday afternoon. The Royals did force the game to the 10th behind M.J. Melendez after trailing by 2 going into the final inning.
Melendez rockets one. Deep right field to the wall. Gone. Do you believe it? M.J. Melendez got a fastball right down the chute. I had just mentioned Bauman's first pitches to the first 3 hitters. None of them found the strike zone. That one did, and it cost him 2 runs.
Following Rodriguez and Raleigh's heroics in the top of the 10th inning for the Mariners, Hunter Renfroe would bring Kansas City back to within 1.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air, deep to left field. Moore races back at the fence. It's gone. Hunter Renfroe brings the Royals within a run. One big swing, and it's now 6-5.
The Royals, though, were unable to get past the Mariners and suffer the defeat tonight. Now they welcome in the Yankees for the first of 4. Our coverage to begin at 6:30 on News Radio KMAN. Drew Holiday had 26 points and 11 rebounds. Boston dropped Dallas 105-98 to take a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals.
I'm really tired of hearing about one guy or this guy or that guy and everybody trying to make it out to be anything other than Celtic basketball. And everybody that stepped on that court tonight made winning plays on both ends of the floor. It's the most important thing.
Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla after his team built the edge despite Luka Doncic putting together a triple-double of 32, 11, and 11 for the Mavericks and coach Jason Kidd.
You know, Luka's a special player. He's one, if not the best player in the world, and he causes a problem. And he's able to find guys, again, creating open opportunities, and we just didn't take advantage of it.
Game 3 will be Wednesday in Dallas. Caitlin Clark hopes to play for Team USA one day, but it won't be in Paris next month. The Indiana Fever rookie confirming Sunday she's not on the roster for this year's Olympics.
Honestly, no disappointment. I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
The roster does include Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Diana Taurasi, who is going for a record 6th Olympic medal. Clark has averaged 17 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists so far in her young professional career with the Fever. Scotty Scheffler held off Colin Morikawa and Adam Hadwin at the Memorial with his highest Sunday score in nearly 2 years. He shot a 74, yet it was good enough for a one-shot win over Morikawa. Kyle Larson won Sunday at his home track of Sonoma for the second time, his 5th victory on a road course for NASCAR, the win moving him to the top of the current Cup standings. Larson led 19 of the 110 laps yesterday and passed defending race winner Martin Truex Jr. with 8 laps remaining. Royals baseball tonight on News Radio KMAN as the Royals open a set against the Yankees at Kauffman Stadium. 7:10 first pitch, 6:30 begins our coverage. The Game this afternoon at 4 at News Radio KMAN.